hope. Hope means a lot to a lot of different people for a variety of reasons. But for an avid anime watcher such as myself, I've always had this hope that anime that I've enjoyed years ago, and even up till recently, I will be able to enjoy once again when a sequel comes out. Like, I have a list somewhere of like all the anime that I think deserve a sequel, and The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is somewhere on that list. Not near the top of the list, granted, but it's somewhere on that list. Because it did leave us with a sort of narrative cliffhanger at the end of the film Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, but because of how great and how well they actually wrapped that up, as long as I've been waiting for a sequel of Haruhi, I am content to continue waiting. For now. But only for now. But in some ways, while I know I am still waiting for that sequel to occur, because even though I am about to talk about a series, I don't think this is it. I am rather glad that there is something that exists to tide me over. In this case, it is the disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan. It's not a direct sequel per se, but more of a different story in an alternate universe with the exact same cast of characters that we are used to seeing, with the exception of one major change, being Yuki herself. First, though, the setup. In The Disappearance of Haruhi, and this is all major spoilers, by the way, alien hive mind surrogate Yuki Nagato takes it upon herself to alter the existing universe into one where aliens, time travelers, espers, and the godlike overpowered Haruhi no longer exist, leaving our main cast of characters as regular boring humans. The real plot of the film is our main character, Kyon, being the only person who actually remembers how things were, to somehow get back to his home universe. I can only assume that at some point while actually writing the scenario for this story, they often thought to themselves, you know, this would make a great slice of life series. And thus, The Disappearance of Yuki Nagato-chan was born. This time with a new animation studio and new character designs, especially Kyon. Like, seriously. Now why would I be disappointed? I love Yuki Nagato, and this is true, but as much as it pains me to say this, if it weren't for the fact that this show had the Haruhi characters, the ones we have come to know and love, I probably wouldn't have watched it. Why? Because the story is so not great. It is generic, it is boring. Had this been any other set of characters, I probably wouldn't have even watched episode 1. I would have watched, like, the second season to Kidder no Mosaic or something. Nagato is not the emotionless Borg-like robotic doll that we've come to know, as that particular personality was brought into being by how Haruhi probably thought aliens should act. Who Nagato has become is something the show is riding on a little bit. She's a normal shy girl, but even by normal shy girl standards, this Nagato is shyer than most. That part on its own I'm kind of fine with, because as much as I love the Yuki Nagato character, and I do, she's like one of my favorite anime characters ever, and this is me acknowledging my bias, by the way. As much as I love her character, I know and I acknowledge the fact that that character can never be the main character of a story. It just wouldn't work, so I'm okay with this change because of that. But when I watched just the first 3 episodes, which coincidentally is how far I watch for a first reaction such as this, and I know I say that every time, but I'm going to continue saying that every time. And I lost my place. Something about, I'm really hoping that the plot goes somewhere, because otherwise I would be really disappointed. The first 2 episodes weren't much of anything, really. It's just slice of life fluff, and not even good slice of life at that. It is just the fluffiest fluff that has ever fluffed its way out of Fluff Town. I have no idea where that came from, don't ask. The third is of only real note for being the episode in which Haruhi finally and officially rejoins the story, after her cameo appearance in episode 1 and her motivational support flashback in episode 2. In traditional Haruhi fashion, though, she returns by coming in and crashing the place, and more or less steals the show from under little Nagato's feet. Though I will praise it for being the thing that brings Kyon back to form. Our Lord and Master King of Snark was never quite the same since becoming the major love interest in a slice of life show, so it was nice to see that Haruhi was able to snap him back to his snarky self, if only for a moment. So enough reminiscing and doing unnecessary comparisons, let's get to the bottom line here. Will you enjoy this show? I wish it was as simple as just saying, if you enjoyed Haruhi previously, you will enjoy it now, but in this particular case, enjoyment is not guaranteed. Now, personally, for me, I am enjoying it. I can see its faults, I can see how generic it is, but I am in love with these characters, so seeing more of it kind of taints my view, and I'm okay with that. But saying that, it is my hope that the plot just hasn't had time to rev up yet, but if nothing changes by a couple episodes down the road, I would not be surprised if I just stopped watching for a while. Maybe I'll just sit and wait for the dub, if there is one. I wonder if there will be. It's something I should talk about someday. I will say, though, if you haven't watched any Haruhi before, this is an absolutely horrible place to start, because you're not going to get anything out of it. So, ultimate recommendation. Try it out, but don't expect much. Like, if anything. So, what did you guys think? Let me know down in the whatchamajig, in the comments. I call them whatchamajigs now, or I'll just make up a word or something. No spoilers, please, especially those of you who have read the manga. You know who you are. And if this video has piqued your interest, The Disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan is available in North America from Funimation Entertainment on their website. For free and sub, with the exception of, I think, the 2 most recent episodes. Normally it's just the 1, but this time I think, because right now there are 3 episodes out, and the latest two are behind their subscription paywall, but the first one is free. So, go try that out. So thank you for joining me on this first reaction. Please let me know if you actually like this kind of video by hitting the like button or just telling me down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for how I should actually continue to do this video series, as it is a continual work in progress, or a suggestion of what I should talk about next, also let me know and we'll see what happens. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and others, stay frosty.